Well, we've known each other for a long time. We're old friends, and we've collaborated on things over the years, things that you haven't seen, but shows, improv shows, and just a bunch
Randall
of different...
did stand-up for a while.
I did stand-up,
so he was doing
and
stand-up with
yeah,
me.
and I would go around San Francisco with Allie to all the rooms that she had a connection with, and but it kind of felt like fate. Allie, after her first special came out, there was a New Yorker interview, a profile on her, and she had mentioned...
They asked me what I wanted to do next, and then I mentioned that, Randall Park and I have always talked about doing a romantic comedy together, like our version of When Harry Met Sally. And then all of a sudden our representatives got like inundated with calls.
Yeah. And we didn't have a script.
Yeah. And so so then
we were like,
let's write it.
Let's write it.
Time. Yeah. I think Act 3 went through the most changes, but for the most part, everything, the bones of it has always stayed the same, where it's these two friends. We didn't want to do a meet cute, like a lot of rom-coms, the characters, they meet for the first time. We always wanted to do something where the characters had known each other for a long time, and they were right for each other, but they just didn't know it, or, it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
There was a good amount, a lot of which didn't make it into the film, but a lot of you've seen it?
Yes.
So like some of in the dinner scene with Keanu, like when him and I are going back and forth, and Mr. Beard and Mr. Thighs, Mr. like all of that's improvised, and I probably could have improvised for like 12 hours more of that. But yeah, his reaction to all the food, and then his I don't have probably like his air fighting.
No one directed him to do that. He just did it, and it just turned out so weird and funny and playful. There's a lot of playing like that. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a good amount,
Yeah,
and filming was so fun. I mean, I was telling Randall, I looked at the blooper reel the other day, which I think we'll put out after the movie premieres, and it's so funny and it's so fun to watch, and it reminds me of like what a magical time it was, and it was also all of our first time doing something like this. Yeah. It'll never be like that again.
Including Ninotchka, our director. This is her first feature.
Yeah.
And we've known Ninotchka for a long time now, so it was new to us, and it was really special.
Yeah, it was crazy. We met at the Chateau Marmont here in Los Angeles, and he, was just told me that he had watched Baby Cobra, and he was like, "Oh, it was great. It was you just like lit him up." And I was like, "Ha ha ha ha!" And then he just kept on going and stood up and started kicking and punching the air and stuff. And he was so warm, and he had all these ideas for the character right away. Like the glasses idea where he wears glasses with no lenses. That was his idea, and he I forgot about this at the meeting too. He held my hand, and he was like, okay, and I think I'll just when I see you, I'll just be like, hi baby, hi.
So that was his idea.
and he just kept staring at me
for hours.
For like a very long time. And I had met him like Keanu Reeves, who I'd grown up seeing Speed and everything like 10 minutes ago, but he just got into it right away, He's really about the work.
Yeah. And on set, that's what he was. He was just so professional, but also brought so much to the character and he had improvisations, and he had alt lines ready to go. He was so prepared.
But there were moments when he would improvise, and then we would yell cut, and then he'd giggle to himself afterwards because he couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
He went for it. Yeah. The songwriting process. We got a producer named Dan the Automator, who's from the Bay Area, and he's this legendary hip hop producer, but he does a lot of genres, and he made the beats like for the band, and I was just listening to the beats. It just kind of inspired me to write these words, and I used to be in a
came up with them
band.
so fast too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He wrote 3 songs for a movie. You wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a band way back in the day, so I kind of like the band was very similar to the one you see in the movie. So like it kind of, I guess some of that muscle was still there. So yeah.